Hello, I'm Lauren Bennington, National Solar Tour Director and Webinar Manager for the American Solar Energy Society. And I would like to thank you all for joining us on our monthly webinar series. To kick off, I would like to inform you of who ASES is and highlight some of our current events and programs. The American Solar Energy Society is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that was established in 1954 and advocates for sustainable living and 100% renewable energy by sharing information, events, and resources to cultivate community and power progress. You can join our community anytime at ases.org/join. Webinar registrants get a special 10% discount on all ASES memberships, except for life memberships, by using promo code webinar. Save the date. ASES will be having our 52nd annual National Solar Conference, Solar 2023, Transforming the Energy Landscape for All, in Boulder, Colorado, at the University of Colorado Boulder, from August 8th to 11th, 2023. The call for participation is now open. You can submit your proposal to present at ases.org/conference. The National Solar Tour is a truly effective program for increasing solar adoption and the implementation of sustainable upgrades by featuring a collection of local solar tours in addition to single solar sites across the country that feature solar and sustainable technologies. This year's National Solar Tour was a success, with solar and sustainability events in all 50 states. The in-person tours have now passed, but you can check out all the virtual tours at nationalsolartour.org/map until January 15th, 2023. ASES also invites you to participate in our online community. This is a space for our community to collaborate, share content and information, and network with each other. We have a special Ask a Renewable Energy forum where we have our technical divisions experts on call to help answer your questions about anything solar or sustainability related. Be sure to hop online and start engaging at community.ases.org. Thank you for listening to these ASES updates. Now I would like to introduce you to today's presenter. Ella is ASES's Membership and Engagement Manager, hired in June 2022 after serving as the online community and membership intern for over a year. Before her work at ASES, she was a fiber engineer and GIS specialist at a telecommunications company. Ella has an environmental economics degree from St. Lawrence University in upstate New York. She enjoys climbing, skiing, and hiking around the Rocky Mountains in her free time. And now I'll turn it over to you, Ella.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for attending the November webinar. My name is Ella Nielsen, and I am the Membership and Engagement Manager here at ASES. I'm so excited to announce that the ASES Mentor Match Program has officially launched on the online community to reflect our commitment to you and your professional development in the renewable energy and sustainability industry. This mentorship program is another very exciting and valuable opportunity ASES is extending to our members. Whether you are new to the renewable energy or sustainability industry, or if you've been in it for a long time, you will absolutely benefit from this program. You are an important and critical component to ASES and the greater solar industry. So with that being said, I will share a brief overview of what will happen in the next 30 or so minutes. We will discuss what the ASES Mentor Match Program truly entails, the goal/purpose of the program, the various expectations we have for both mentees and mentors, how to sign up, where to find your mentors and mentees, and lastly, just sharing the getting started guides for you to have a successful relationship with your mentor or your mentee. So with that being said, what is the ASES Mentor Match Program? It's an online tool that connects mentors and mentees to share experiences and provide guidance to industry peers for career development. This program furthers our mission to accelerate equitable solar adoption and universal sustainable living by educating and building community. With this Mentor Match program, we can continue this movement by creating a ripple effect within future generations. This program is offered to any ASES member that wants to be involved, and your mentor or mentee can be in the same city or on the other side of the world. We have about 15,500 members and counting all over the world, so hopefully many of you can enroll in the Mentor Match program. Mentors have the opportunity to share their knowledge with mentees who benefit by gaining insight from someone with years of experience in their particular field. The ASES Mentor Match Program will provide meaningful connections and an opportunity to share resources and work together to achieve personal and professional goals. Speaking of goals, the goal of this program is to accelerate personal and professional development amongst mentors and mentees. And the purpose of this webinar is for our members, after watching, to hopefully be fully equipped to register for this program and understand the process of becoming and/or receiving a mentor. With that being said, what are the general expectations in order to participate in the program? Whether you are a mentor or mentee, you should expect to benefit from discussions that will increase your understanding and perspective. We recommend mentoring relationships devote at least 1 hour a month for a total of 6 months to meet in person or online. ASES has a few resources to help jumpstart your relationship and ensure you are each getting the most benefit from the mentorship. We ask that you are a current ASES member, as I mentioned before, and also just making sure you are fairly up to date with your online community messages and/or your email. So some of the expectations we have for mentors, we ask that you have your mentor profile completely filled out, which I will show you in a few minutes here. And during the mentor relationship, just being able to provide insight, knowledge, and understanding in an educational and professional manner to your mentee for their professional growth. Some recommendations we have, and again, I'll get more into this on our getting started tools, but we ask that you are the one to kick off the first call to your mentees. We just think that being a mentor, that could be beneficial for the mentee-mentor relationship, and then the mentee can take it from there. So with that being said, some expectations we have for mentees. We ask that you are the ones that are mainly responsible for the relationship. So being the ones to schedule out the calls, driving a relationship in terms of showing your clear goals that you want by the end of the 6-month program. And we also ask that you only stick to one mentor at a time, just so that you can solely focus on the mentorship relationship. All right, so how and when to sign up? Enrollment is open all year round, so whenever you'd like to enroll is completely fine with us. It only takes about 5 minutes to complete the online enrollment form, which we'll get into. And once enrolled, mentees can view the mentor's availability and reach out via private message within the ASES online community to find out if there is mutual interest. We do our best to accommodate everyone, but cannot guarantee that everyone will find a match. With that said, I'll be walking through how to navigate the Mentor Match Program platform. So let's start out by logging into the online community. I will just hop on the ases.org website, so ases.org, and this is just our normal homepage. And once you go to the top right-hand corner, you'll see the online community right here. So let's click on that. And we will sign in. So we will sign in at the top right-hand corner over here again. This is why we ask that you're an ASES member of any type, so you can log in using your ASES membership credentials. And if you're having any trouble, you forget your username or your password, please message me at membership@ases.org, and I'm happy to help you out. I'm just going to sign in right here. Awesome. So this is the homepage for the online community, and let's just go right into it for the Mentor Match platform. You can find the Mentor Match program platform all the way right up here. So you'll see all of these various options that you can click on. Let's click Mentor Match and use the drop down, and we'll go straight to the Mentor Match part. Okay, so this is the main program platform that normally everyone will see here, and we can get started on step 1. So essentially, there's 4 simple steps that we ask. Step 1 is making sure you fill out your profile, which will show. You should then enroll as a mentor and/or mentee. So just doing the quick enrollment form. Then being able to search using the mentor program directory to then find your mentor or mentee. And then congratulations, will then complete step 4 and then be connected with someone, and we can start our 6-month mentorship relationship. And as always, feel free to contact me, and we'll also share some FAQs that we have as well. But with that said, let's just start with step 1 here. So step one is to complete the ASES online community profile. We can either click this link right here, which is totally fine, and that's what the instructions say, or you can always go to your profile at the top right-hand corner in this circle here. So you can just click on profile right here. But just so that we're using the instructions here, let's just click this profile link. Awesome. So I already have updated my bio and whatnot here, but I do want to show some recommendations that we have for you in terms of updating your bio. It's so important to have, as mentors and or mentees, it's really important to have all of your bio information all filled in, including your history, education, whether or not you're affiliated with one of our local chapters. We currently have 41 all over the US. So if you're affiliated with one of those, please make sure you can add that information here. You can always just type in this little, click on the little pen and add information here. I'll just click cancel for now. For technical divisions, if you are a student, professional, life, or business member, you can be a part of the ASES technical divisions. And for your profile, which we think is super important, you can click on actions and you can change your profile here. So we give some options in order to upload your profile. For bio specifically, I personally just shared kind of my background and some of my personal interests and hobbies. I mentioned that I like hiking in the Rocky Mountains. I've also seen bios be around this, length, around 5 sentences or so, maybe that's less, but I've also seen a lot longer. So whatever you feel comfortable with, but again, mentors and mentees will be looking at your bio to see if you would be a viable fit. So it's important to have as much information as possible. So in theory, we completed our profile, and I'm going to actually switch to be a test member for now, just so I can show you what it'll look like if you start out. So as a test member, you'll see how to upload your photo and where to add all of these information here. So very similar things. But let's go back to Mentor Match. And again, I'll just continue to be a test member for now since I already enrolled as a mentor and mentee. Okay, step 2. So we will be enrolling as a mentor for now and then also doing the mentee side of things. But we completed step 1 in theory. Just make sure that your profile is up to date, and you'll know that when the little percentage is back to 100%. Right now, this test member isn't doing great. It's at 27% completion rate. So that's really important to show your status on your profile. So again, 100% completion rate would be most recommended. Oops. Okay. Now we'll go to step 2. We will be enrolling as a mentor. So for potential mentors, this is a great opportunity to give back, become a better leader, and refine your own skills and networks. You can leverage the ASES platform to connect and exchange new ideas with recent students, young professionals, and early career mentees. You can also gain insight from mentees' research projects from school and education and whatnot. There. So let's go ahead and start the enrollment form. This shouldn't take more than 5 minutes, and probably for time's sake, we'll go a little bit faster than that. But let's just start with mentoring topics. So this is what you feel confident in terms of mentoring someone. So let's start here. Select your mentor enrollment. So this is one of the topics for me that I feel confident in. I am personally in the nonprofit space, so I'm going to click on this. However, if you feel like you pertain to more than one, you are always welcome to add more there as well. Also, because this is such a new program, please let me know if you feel like there should be more categories. I'm very much open to adding more to that. So I'll just click save for now. Mentoring communication preferences. So whether you like to be in person, on the phone, via email. We also have our conference in August 2023. So that would be a great place to meet up. But for now, I will just click on all communication preferences. Career stage. So we have some options to pick here. I also added an other. Again, please let me know if you feel like there should be another option, but I consider myself a young professional. Areas of expertise. So these, in theory, are what you feel confident in mentoring someone in. So I love talking about solar rebates and tax incentives, and also sustainable green home upgrades. So I'm going to click on that. The last two are gender pronouns and ethnic heritage. You definitely do not need to answer them. You can leave them as blank. They are not required. So you can see if things are required based on the star here. But for now, I'll just add mine. And where am I? Okay. And now we can go on to mentor status. So this is the date that you're willing to begin accepting mentees. It is November 10th, so I can start right now. We recommend probably an immediate date whenever you're starting, but in case that you are busy, you can always change it to sometime in the future. End date. So this is an optional thing. You can leave it as blank if you don't have an end date right now. And I'll also show how you can edit this information. So it's not like this is a permanent date or anything, but this is just the date that you'll no longer accept mentees. So right now I can either leave it blank or whatever I choose. Let's just leave it blank for now. This temporarily not participating area is just say that you're really busy or you feel like you have too many mentees at the moment. You can just change it here. So that will probably be when you edit the profile after the fact. And then lastly, it's maximum mentees. So we recommend probably no more than 3 mentees, just because you'll still be meeting with one mentee for 1 hour for a total of 6 months. 1 hour each month for a total of 6 months. So whatever you're comfortable with. So I will just be showing a maximum of 3, and now I can go ahead and save this information. And we know that things all went in because it says mentor enrollment has successfully saved. So now we can go all the way back down again, and now we have this view mentor profile. So let's click on this. And now we have this mentor profile, so it can show all of our information that we just put in. You're always welcome to edit here. Unfortunately, this test member doesn't have a bio, but it would be there. And say things change, say like you can't meet over in person anymore, you can always change that as well, or whichever category you feel like you need to change. Awesome. One other thing I want to address, I already went through the mentee thing, which we'll go through, so that's why it's already there. But we will now, once we do the mentor enrollment form and completely fill out the form, now we'll have this ribbon that has the mentor, please send me a mentor request right now. So that's where someone will be able to look at your profile and directly send a mentor request to you right there. Awesome. So we completed our mentor enrollment form. Let's go ahead and quickly do a mentee just for visibility. And again, this was just I found mentor match up here, and then I just clicked this very top one, the mentor match instructions. All right, still on step 2. Let's quickly go through a mentee. So this is the exact same enrollment form. However, in terms of mentoring topics and your expertise, that is something that you would like to learn more about. So although I'm in the nonprofit space, which I showed in my mentor enrollment form, I'm really interested in the national lab industry. So I'll be entering that. Communications for me personally is just the same. Career stage, so that's somewhere that you're looking for as a mentor. So I'm hoping to find someone that's either an associate or senior level, just because I'm a young professional. Areas of expertise, again, this is something that you're interested in learning more about. So I would love to learn more about electric vehicles, so I will click on that. Gender pronouns, same as last time, you definitely do not need to enter this information. It's completely optional. But I will just do the same as I did last time. And last portion of the enrollment form for the mentees is just your start date as when you're willing to begin accepting mentors. Again, it's November 10th, so I can start today, and I'm just going to leave the end date as optional, but I can always go back and update the dates there. Just so you all know, for potential mentees, this is a great opportunity for you to connect with mentors who can offer you insight, advice, and overall help you navigate the next stages of your career. And let's just click save and we'll see if everything went through and it saved successfully. Awesome. So let's go back down and now we have our very brand new mentee profile. So this is where you'll be able to also update your information as well. And now we have this mentee request button here where people can send me a mentee request. Awesome. So that is all for step 2. We've completed the enrollment form for both the mentors and mentees. You're welcome to be both or. It does not matter. Okay, now we're going back to the instructions. And let's go ahead to step 3. So this is where you'll use the mentor program directory to input your search criteria. I will be acting as a mentee just due to the fact that typically mentees will be the one searching for a mentor. So let's click on mentor program directory. However, just one moment, I wanted to address the fact that if you feel like there are other options here, again, please let me know and I'm happy to update that. Okay. Awesome. So are you looking for a mentor? Yes, we are. This is the exact same enrollment form, and we will be looking as a mentee personally. I will be seeing if there's a match for a potential mentor to assist me in the criteria that I'm looking for. I'll share multiple examples in terms of finding a mentor. We have about 4, so I'll just relay that information to you. I will go through the enrollment form for step 1. So again, for mentoring communication preferences, I'm just interested in someone that can do any of them. So I hope someone can be a mentor in all of these communication preferences. For mentoring topics, I mentioned that I would like to know more about the national lab, career stage. I, as a mentee, would like to meet with someone that's more associate or a senior level position. And then lastly, or not lastly, but for the electric vehicles, that was what I was hoping to gain more insight on. For this, I will leave as blank, just because I'm open to anybody. And in theory, that's where you go down and you can find mentors here. So that's one option. I will hesitate to click find mentors at the moment just because I want to share the other 3 options. So let's just clear all of the check marks that we just did. So that was step 1 of how you can find a mentor, and that's totally okay. The other options I wanted to show is that you can ask by name if there is someone that you have, say that you met someone at a conference and you really want to see if they could be your mentor. So let's just check to see if they enrolled as a mentor. So for example, say I met Robert Foster, who is the chairman of the American Solar Energy Society. Let's just click on find mentors here. Awesome. So he signed up as a mentor, and this way I can click on him and kind of scroll around and look at his bio. Okay, wow, he has a lot of ribbons. That's awesome. So I can see that I can click to request to be a mentor or request for him to be my mentor. Before I do that though, I would love to just scope around, see what information he has on his bio. It looks like he can take a max of 5 mentees. That's awesome. He's been to New Zealand, looks like he's been all over the world, has extensive job history and background. And this way I can look at his communication preferences. And because I said that I'm open to a Zoom/Google Meet, that's awesome. This is the areas of expertise. Great. And awesome, senior level, perfect. Okay, so say that I really want Robert to be my mentor. This is where I can send him a mentor request, either right here, which is easy enough, or I can go all the way back up and send him a mentor request this way. So I'll just show what that looks like briefly. So this is what us sending a mentoring message. The subject will be test member, since that's me for now, has requested you to be their mentor at ASES. And this is where I really recommend you adding a personal message, and you can get some ideas just based off their bio. So you can say something along the lines of, "Hi, Robert, I saw your bio. the things that you're doing are amazing and I'd love to get to know you more. Are you interested in mentoring me? Something along those lines. I will not send for now just because he might get confused why a test member is requesting, but that's essentially what it is. And it will then trigger some emails that will come through to him, and it'll say, test members requesting for you to be their mentor, and he has the opportunity to accept or decline. The way he'll get that message is either by email, as I mentioned, or via private message within the online community. And the way you can find your messages on the online community is at the very top right-hand corner. Again, I'm a test member, but you can see that we have 48 unread messages. That's not great, but we can click right here to get some inbox information here. But again, that's where all of your mentor match information will come through, and it'll also come through via your email as long as you linked it on the online community. Okay, I wanted to show you the two other opportunities to find a mentor. So let's go back to Mentor Match. And instead of going to the instructions, which we've been doing, you can directly go to this mentoring directories section right here. So let's just do that. Looking for a mentor, this is the same page. So again, we went through to find the criteria that we think that could match or that we would like to be matched with. We also searched by name. We can also search by location. So for example, say I live in the US, so let's see if there are mentors there, but specifically, let's say Alabama, for example. Let's click 5 mentors to see if someone is in the Alabama area. Awesome, so we got Debbie Coleman. Okay, so again, that's where something I would look on their bio, see if they would be a viable mentor and that I'm interested, and then I can request a mentor that way. We also have these mentoring suggestions. So that's also where you can request to be a mentor and you can view their profile, for example, Daniel and Paulette's as well. The very last option in order to find your mentor is if you just click on nothing. So do not click any of these check marks, no name or location. You can just click find mentors and it'll automatically pull all of the people that have enrolled as a mentor. So you can see me. And again, it's such a new program that we don't have too many mentors just yet, but hoping that will change. So these are all the people that have enrolled so far. Awesome. Okay. So with that being said, I just ask that you continue to check your online community inbox regularly and respond to any communications in a timely manner. And once it's established that the mentoring relationship will be mutually beneficial, so say Robert agreed to be my mentor, so the mentee will then you'll get something in your inbox, which we just showed here, that will say that Robert has accepted us. So that would be awesome. And once he accepted, you'll be able to see that on your mentee profile. So again, I'm the mentee, Robert would be the mentor, and it will be right here showing my mentee relationships. As a mentor, you can accept multiple mentees during one time, as long as you're comfortable. However, as mentioned before, I personally don't think I could handle more than 3, but whatever you'd like to do. So after you and your mentee are officially paired up and you will see the relationship on your mentee relationship section, we can then go through the process of starting the 6-month mentor match relationship. So let's go and see the various getting started guides we have for you all. And again, let's just go to the mentor match dropdown, but instead of clicking on all of these, we'll go straight to the mentor match frequently asked questions. So let's click on that here. And I broke it down into 2 guides, one getting started guide for mentors, the other one just for mentees. I have some general frequently asked questions that I believe we addressed too in the presentation. I also broke it down for specifically questions that will relate to mentors and also relating just to mentees. But if you have any other questions, please feel free to email me at membership@ases.org. But let's just briefly go through the getting started guide for mentors. So, all right. So although we recommend that mentees will be the driver of the mentor-match relationship, I suggest having the first mentor/mentee call be led by the mentor. So this can be a discovery call. And during this time, the mentor can help facilitate a joint understanding, which could include sharing additional background to confirm there's a good match. If it becomes clear that it's unfortunately not a good match, both the mentee and mentor should feel empowered just to step back from the relationship and seek another match. When calls and meetings will be scheduled, ideally scheduling a regular time that can be confirmed for the entire program for the entire 6 months. And just make sure in the discovery call that you address how you would like to be communicated. So as email, text, phone, whatever you both are comfortable with. And lastly, for the mentor side of things, discussing an agreement around whether the mentee whether the mentor will set homework and limit how many hours this will be per session. So in my mind, I see mentors having various homework around goals, clear goals that mentees can have over the course of the 6 months. Again, that's just a recommendation. You definitely don't have to do that if you do not want to. Okay, so that is the getting started checklist. And again, we found that just by going to the mentor match and going all the way down to the FAQs here. Lastly, for mentees, it's a bit longer, but essentially I broke it down from before your first session and then from your first session and onward, but making sure that you send in your resume, or if you don't have one just yet, sending a brief paragraph that describes your work and personal history to your mentors to just provide more context. Again, ask what everyone's comfortable with in terms of communication style. And especially during your first session, I would consider looking into answering some of the following questions. So what are you expecting for your mentor in the course of the 6 months? What are the 3 major takeaways that you hope to get from this process and whatnot here? And definitely address that with your mentor. Lastly, just for the course of the 6 months, I suggest getting a journal just to take notes during the whole call and making sure that you're following up right after the call, because this is a volunteer mentor match program. Just making sure that you really show your gratitude to your mentor. That will really go a long way. And also just little things, confirming date of when the next time you're meeting, the next month. And if you have to cancel, just making sure that you provide a 24-hour notice. All right, so that is the getting started guides. In conclusion, I wanted to thank you so much for attending the November webinar. I cannot recommend this program more highly. Those of you that are more senior, please be a mentor and pass it down to those of you who are just starting out. Through our work together, we can continue to help build a thriving industry. And with your support, we can accelerate the transition to equitable solar adoption and 100% renewable energy. Please message me at membership@ases.org if you have any questions. And thank you so much for your time. And thank you, Lauren.
Thank you so much, Ella, for your fantastic presentation on our new Mentor Match program. And thank you all for watching this month's webinar. I hope to see you all next month for our December webinar. Have a great day.